Hey everyone, Nadia here. Lighting sucks. Miles is here in the background too.
Hey everyone.
Today is March 10th, 2018. It is what, 1:49 in the morning. We are on our way to the hospital to have them check me out to see what's going on. I woke up around midnight with wet underwear. Sorry if that's TMI, but with wet underwear, and wasn't sure if I like peed on myself in my sleep or if I was leaking fluid. Ironically, with my son 14 years ago, it was leaking fluid, kind of similar to that. So I went to the bathroom and checked, and it was definitely, my panty liner was kind of like full of kind of like pink substance, so some type of discharge. So I called the labor and delivery, and they were like, well, just give it an hour, see if you start to get more, you know, blah blah blah. And we gave it an hour, and I had another gush on a different pad. So they're like, oh, we'll just come in and we'll just kind of check it out to see, because we don't want you to be, you know, leaking. Oh, sorry, I think I'm leaking right now too. Oops. A lot, sorry. But they were like, you know, we just want to check it out, because if you are leaking, then we want to get these contractions stronger and get things going, so on and so forth. So we are on our way to the hospital, and hopefully we will be admitted on Saturday, March 10th. Today's actually one of my besties' birthdays, so how ironic. But we were supposed to be induced. We were supposed to go into the hospital tomorrow at 6 p.m. to be induced, but you know, I've been praying like, God, please let my body do what it needs to do naturally. So hopefully this is my prayers being answered, and we'll be admitted tonight. So we will keep you guys posted as the night goes along. Alrighty, bye.
Here we are in the labor and delivery room. Nadia's water broke all the way, it looks like. And here she is.
2:34 a.m. March 10th. And I guess, I mean, I wouldn't say it broke all the way. It was just a constant steady gush on the way over to the hospital. And once we got here, and my pants were pretty wet, so I think that's a pretty good sign that we're staying, but we're still waiting for them to come in and hook me up and check everything out and all that good jazz. So we will keep you guys updated.
This might be the night, we'll see.
Hopefully Aria comes before midnight tonight. I don't know, we'll see.
Well, meaning midnight the next day. Well, tonight, but you know, it's confusing right now because it's 2:35. But all right, we'll keep you posted.
Hi everyone. So we are officially staying at the hospital. It is now 4:33 a.m. on March 10th. And they, you know, we got in and the residents came by and they did a quick check to make sure the bag was really ruptured and it wasn't just discharged, whatever, which I kind of knew that it was, because like I said, we woke up at 12 and I felt like I had a little bit of wetness. Waited a little bit, waited an hour, and it was still gushing like little by little. So then they told me to just come in to be sure, and then by the time we were getting ready to leave, more came out. On the drive over, it was gushing out. On the walk inside the hospital, some was coming out. And now that I'm in bed, they've been coming out too. I've been having contractions, but they're not consistent. So they kind of want to, they're giving me the opportunity to just kind of see how I do for the next hour or two. And then if I haven't made any progress from when they first checked me, then they're going to go ahead and start Pitocin. But when I came in, I think he probably checked me around 2:30-ish, somewhere around there. When I came in, they said that I was 1.5 centimeters dilated and 40% effaced and a -2 station. So still pretty early on in the process, but definitely better than what I was told at my last OB appointment, which was Thursday. On Thursday when I went, she checked and she was like, you're not even a fingertip. So definitely glad to see that we're making some progress on our own, and hoping that we continue to do something, and that, you know, we don't have to use Pitocin, or if we do that, it's not like a high dose of it. But we've had the anesthesiologist come around and talk to us about risks and benefits of the epidural. So we kind of know what all that is, and kind of signs saying that she talked to us about it. So we know that that's an option. Right now, the contractions that I am having are maybe like a 2 or 3 in pain, not really intense. So we'll just kind of see what happens as the day goes along. But it's 4:30 in the morning, so I'm hoping that she's born before the end of the day, because I don't want to be in labor for 24 hours. But we just made 39 weeks today too, so 39 weeks pregnant, and my water broke. So we are in labor, and I was praying to God, like, God, please just let things start to happen naturally, and thankfully they have. So we're definitely grateful for that. So you guys stay tuned, and we'll keep you updated. I think hubby showed you guys the room when we first came in. You gave him a tour of the room? Just like a brief look, or no?
Yeah, I think I.
Okay. So we'll, I'll probably be getting checked again in another 30 to 45 minutes. So when I get checked again, we'll come back and give you guys an update. I really need to be sleeping as much as possible before things get real, but we'll see. Hopefully we'll be meeting baby Aria today. Alrighty, guys.
No.
And plus she tried to take some video.
I'm recording right now.
Hello everyone, we're back. So quick update. Nadia decided that she wanted to get the epidural, so we did go forward and get the epidural. So she's pretty much just calm and relaxed now, just trying to get some rest. One of the main reasons why we end up getting the epidural is because she didn't get any sleep last night, because you know her water broke at around 12 midnight. So she just kind of wanted to get some rest and didn't think she was going to be productive through the labor. So yep, it's about 2 p.m. Central Time, our time, so we're just waiting around. We have some more friends and family that joined us. So Auntie Glenda's here, Dad, Nadia's father is here. Obviously we got our stepson, my stepson Mari here, Nadia's first son and our first baby, who now is gonna be no longer an only child by the end of this day. And how do you feel about that, Mari? Oh, I get the teenager shoulder shrug. Okay, that's the all-in-one response. So many meanings in one shrug. And our friend Lakeisha is here too. So yeah, we're just waiting it out and waiting for Princess Ari to make her debut. All right, I'll update you soon. All right, y'all, we're back here at the hospital. Nadia is 8 centimeters dilated, so we're about to get this show on the road pretty soon. She's still doing all right, really tired. Again, that epidural is still working, so we're gonna see what's about to happen. I'll update you soon. Just let it flow.
Over here?
All right, Aria. Back you to shine. Good job, baby girl. All right, honey.
Do you want this light on, Dr. Holbert? Just to be able to see a little bit of what was pushing.
Yeah.
Hey, Nadia, I'm just going to be turning on a light. It'll just seem a little bit harsh right off the bat. Sorry. Ooh, yeah, that boy's good, dog.
Recording this.
Alright, let's do it for 1 second again. See if this breathing is just getting a little bit better. Dr. Culbert's gonna take a peek at her and then we'll get her right back on you, okay? Yeah.
Okay, I'm about to call my mom. Sorry. I keep going. Y'all ahead call her.
That's right. She was really nice and pink, so I think she's probably doing better.
Alright.
Here, I'm gonna get you a washcloth. I'll let you have a second.
Okay, beauty queen.
Okay.
Are you gonna speak to your YouTube followers? Miles, do you have anything to say to your channel?
We're just really happy right now. Baby Aria came. She's healthy. Praise God. He is so good. Hello everyone. Welcome to our channel again. So this is our birthing update, or birth story update. Excuse my mask. I did get sick probably like a day or 2 days before Ari was born, and I was trying to get over it, but unfortunately I got a little bit better, but it didn't go all the way away. So I'm just trying to keep this mask on so that she's safe and protected, and we're trying to keep her healthy as much as possible. So since I'm near her right now, obviously I'm wearing a mask. So
yeah, so as you guys can see, baby Aria is here in our arms. She's currently feeding right now, but she did arrive yesterday, which was March
10th.
at 7:40 p.m. We thought she was going to be 9 pounds, but the ultrasound obviously overestimated because she's only 7 pounds 8 ounces 20 inches long. So we had a vaginal delivery, so we were excited and blessed for that. We didn't want to go into C-section, and at first we thought that maybe we would be at risk for that because my water broke at midnight on March 10th. And once you experience prolonged labor, they or prolonged, rupture of membranes, they consider a C-section. So they don't want you to go over 18 hours with your water bag ruptured. So with that being said, we were like right on that. We got to my bag ruptured at midnight, March 10th, and we got to the hospital at 2:30, and she wasn't born until 7:40 p.m. So we were just kind of like right at the cutoff. So we're truly blessed that God worked everything out. We were actually scheduled for an induction for today, which is Sunday, March 10th, and we really didn't want to do that. We wanted her to kind of come on her own, and she did. God allowed the water to break, and they still had to use some Pitocin and things like that to get the contractions consistent and a bit stronger, but definitely preferred it to be that way than for me to have to come in and start from the beginning, because I wasn't even dilated when I last saw my doctor on the Thursday before this Saturday. So they would have had to use like Cytotec or Cervidil to soften the cervix and so on and so forth. But with my water breaking and things like that, by the time I got to the hospital, I was, what did they say, 1.5?
Yeah, 1.5.
I was 1.5 centimeters when before I was like not even dilated. My cervix was still hard, everything. So things kind of started to take its proper course. So we were definitely blessed for that. So here she is. This is baby Aria.
It's still really surreal for us because I think we were starting to expect to have to go in for the induction, but because we didn't have to go for the induction, it started to feel for me like, oh, you know how you see in the movies or whatever, where you have to your wife's water break and you have to go in and go to the hospital, you know. So it was sort of a nice experience in that way, because it felt really normal, and I was praying to God for a normal birthing experience, because you know, how we arrived at getting Aria and, you know, how we got pregnant was so out of the norm, having to do IVF, that doing the birth, I just want during the birth, I just wanted to be a really normal experience, really just to be able to experience that, you know. So that was really powerful, and I praise God and thank Him for that experience. Yeah, it was just really awesome. I don't know if you want to speak, Nadia, to like your pain management during delivery and just your emotions during labor and delivery.
Yeah, so initially I wanted to try my best to do a natural labor and delivery, but we got there and it was actually, you know, not bad the first few hours or whatever. So we kind of just did our deep breathing exercises. We had our essential oils going. We had music playing. You know, of course, I was able to get up and move around a little bit, even though I was hooked up to an IV and a monitor. They let me kind of unplug it and just kind of walk around with the IV pole if I had to go to the bathroom and other stuff like that. So kind of moving around, and Miles was helping me through some of the contractions by applying pressure on my hips, and, you know, me kind of squatting and doing different things like that was helping. But it got to the point where our labor was kind of taking a little bit longer than what we expected. So I think I decided to get the epidural when I was like, what, around, was it like 5 centimeters or 3 centimeters?
You were still 3 at that time. Okay.
So considering that I wasn't progressing that fast, I was just kind of like, yeah, I don't know that I can sit here and deal with this much longer. So I was just like, let's just do the epidural, because they were actually giving me fentanyl through the IV to kind of take the edge off the pain, which was helping a little, but it caused me to get very nauseous and things of that nature. So I was just like, we might as well just stop this altogether and just get the epidural, because I know that that won't make me sick and it'll definitely take the pain away. So we ended up doing just that. I got the epidural, which, you know, is what it is. It definitely numbed me and things like that. Unfortunately, at the end, when she started to come or crown, which I didn't know that I was dilating and stuff, because I was so numb I couldn't feel anything until it got to the point where I had extreme, like, low back pain. And they kept telling me, like, if you have pressure, you know, don't push, and, you know, blah blah blah. If you have pressure, don't push. And I'm like, I can't feel any pressure down there. But I guess for me, with the epidural, pressure was equal to that of intense back pain. So I started to get that, and I was like, somebody needs to call somebody in here, because this is too much. And they were like, yep, sure enough, you're 10 centimeters dilated, 100% of face, -2 station, which means she was all the way down in the birth canal, just ready for me to push her out. So by the time we got to that point, I was so exhausted, but I was just like, you know what, we have to get her out. So I would say maybe in about 6 or 7 contractions, I pushed through maybe 6 or 7 contractions, and she was here. It was really, really quickly. So the labor was kind of long, but the actual delivery was pretty quick. So we're grateful. We couldn't have asked for much. She was put right on my chest afterwards, and she's a great breastfeeder. So she latched on perfectly, and she continues to do so. So that's that. We're both doing pretty good. We're in postpartum now, and, you know, she's continuing to do her thing, and like babies do, and I'm continuing to do mine. But our vital signs are stable, and everybody is looking pretty good according to the updates and things. So hopefully we'll be discharged tomorrow, which is Monday, March 12th.
Yeah, so we're just really grateful for everything. It was a very emotional time for us. I remember Aria being put on Nadia's chest for skin to skin immediately after birth. They sort of cleaned her off on Nadia's chest, and it was just a very powerful moment, you know, just the birth of your child, especially when you've gone through IVF. It's just all of those heartaches and pain and the trials and tribulations that you've endured, all of that, the test, you passed the test, and that test of faith, this is the fruits of that labor. So it was just really awesome, and she's finally here. So we are so excited, so grateful, and so thankful to God for his grace and his mercy and this beautiful miracle blessing that he's given us.